It could have been anybody else.
And the fact that he even said, not all dicks get hard.
For a very long time. Let me give you this. Because what made this interesting was because when you go from reading, what made that part interesting was that from the beginning, from like the second, third chapter, we already knew, like, I just knew that was going on, that this guy likes this girl about how to have sex and so was going on. Rio was of the opinion that like there's no way she would not know how to, like, it's not that it's not possible.
There are people who are like that.
Yeah, you need to understand that.
Okay, at the end he now said, Fumi was not like you. I mean, you were not like her. Meaning, because she was a virgin. So because she's a virgin, she should be manipulated. Doesn't make any sense.
Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Excited to have you here today. As usual, I'm Timmy, and I have the naughty Jimsy here. You say it's not naughty, but like we all know that it's naughty, so that's fine. I'm sure that you will figure it out today. That you're a very naughty person.
Who is the we? Who is the we that we all?
All of us was the subscribers. The subscribers, because everybody will see you for who you really have. So we had like a.
They see me for what? Who am I?
We had like a very chat before this, and then I can already see that Tim is going to no.
Come on.
Just go easy on him.
Igbo angels.
Come
on now.
The Igbo angels. But yeah, welcome back. Thanks for being here. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. We're a community of, basically a community of people that read. And then we just share our thoughts and basically just share our thoughts here. So yeah, so today, like I said, I have Chimzi here, and then we have a special guest. So we have a special guest here today. Okay, so let's introduce yourself. Hi.
My name is Amaka.
So in February we read Stay With Me by Ayobami Adebayo. Yeah. Really good one. Shout out to her. Let's look at her age. I'm like, oh, interesting, but shout out to her. Like, I love you. You have a special place in my heart, and I really hope you keep doing this. It's quite interesting. A really good book. It was one of those books that when we were reading it, like there was fights every Sunday whenever we got together to actually discuss the chapter that we read. And then it was always like we had like the whole men supporting men, women supporting men kind of conversation. Like it was like, but like it was always war every Sunday.
I think it was more men telling the truth, women supporting men.
Are you joking? Are you joking?
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
See, this book is so nice that we can't even do introduction without everybody already making 30 drama. So basically, they were married, and there was just a journey about their infertility, or what am I going to call it? Like it was basically the whole book was around them having a child, like the whole conversation or everything evolved around the child, like them reproducing. Basically, that was it. I think that was it. Everything else was okay. So they started, and that was the main conversation. But we now had like flashbacks of different things that happened before.
Mm-hmm.
But most of everything that happened in the book it was just about like them trying to get pregnant, trying to have a child, trying to have offspring. And then it was set in like 1980s. So it was, you can imagine how important it was then, especially in Nigeria, to have a child or to be childless.
A married woman.
Yes. How everything is attached to having a child, and you're not basically a woman until you have a child. That kind of thing. Okay, so so basically, they were married, and there was just a journey about their infertility, or what am I going to call it? Like it was basically the whole book was around them having a child, like the whole conversation or everything evolved around the child, like them reproducing. Basically, that was it. I think that was it. Everything else was okay. So they started, and that was the main conversation. But we now had like flashbacks of different things that happened before.
Mm-hmm.
But most of everything that happened in the book was just about like them trying to get pregnant, trying to have a child, try to have offspring, and then it was set in like 1980s. So it was, you can imagine how important it was then, especially in Nigeria, to have a child or to be childless.
A woman, a married woman.
Yes. Arabic is attached to having a child, and yeah, you're not basically a woman until you have a child. That kind of thing. So first of all, let's talk about Aki. I mentioned it.
My guy.
So let's talk about Aki and how he allowed Ejide to ambush. How he allowed Ejide to be ambushed by her in-laws to bring in a wife to be introduced. Do you think he could have done better? I'm going to start from Amaka because let me start with you so that you can destroy him.
Whatever he says.
Thank you very
I
much.
mean, this is women
Supporting women. To be sure, again, shout out. So basically, so I think I have. So do you think you could have done better, or could it have been done better? Was it Akin's fault that he gave in after so long? So just basically,
what I think, yeah. I think he tried. And here's what I think he tried. They already looked at me with contempt in their eyes. No, but I think he tried because here's the thing. If you look at Yejide's story or Yejide's description of how, if we should stop looking at me like this, but if you look at her story of how he had been treating her from time to time, you could tell that he had protected her from a lot of things. Right? Don't look at me like that. He has said that, Akin will always look out for her, he was always there for her, and things like that. And her mother had also been like his mother, so he had also protected her from some things from his mother. However, at some point, looking at how the culture was, looking at how his mom was described, looking at the time and age of where that was happening, I think the pressure just got to him and he had to give him at some point to say, you know what, if this is what we do, let's listen. Because he had two options. I'm thinking about it, how I would think about it. I have two options. See, everybody get out. Nobody's come to my house again. But I'm not sure he had that kind of relationship with him. But I think they had some level of closeness. Which is why she's ready to attack. She's ready to attack. Which is why I think at some point, because this has been years, I think maybe up to 4 years, if I'm correct, after they have been married.
So once it's 4 years, dating
This boy is like, okay, you know what? If this was all making him have peace in his house, he will come and see me. So that's how I feel. It's not that after 4 years, anything good. I think he just wanted to let the peace reign because he had been keeping the peace in his immediate family. But what about his extended family?
Knowing fully well that he was the problem because you're not putting that into context.
Yes.
We don't know at this time.
We know.
We don't know at this time.
But what's funny to me is, I mean, I feel like she tried to not really touch on the subject of religion because she didn't exactly say Akin was Muslim or Christian. So you can't say, if he was a Christian because of that fact he shouldn't have another wife. She didn't also say he was Muslim and say, he's allowed to have more than one wife. So in a way, she knows what she did there, but it's interesting, but still, I think in the wooing phase, he made certain statements to her like she's the only one, or she will like be the only one in his life, or something like that. So when you say something like that to somebody, and then it reaches a point where you break that trust that this person has based on the statement that you made, how do you expect that person to feel? How do you expect that person to feel when you're basically upturning this person's world completely?
Why you are going into a job, promotion
So
every year.
you're saying in marriage, people can make promises and break those promises.
It's possible to make promises that you break. There's always that. I think where I would fault Aki is he did not bring this up with her,
Yes.
and he just ambushed her. And I would say that is not
And he sat
how.
down there sitting, he
That
was
is
not there
not
sitting
how-
like a fool, like
that
he was
is-
dumb. And
Yes, because at that point his hands were tied.
were they?
Yes.
Okay.
Metaphorically. Because you're looking at me. I think at that point his hands were tied. And it was at the point where he just wanted everybody to rest. And
What
what
about
and it wasn't
her? What about her?
he was going to make her rest.
How?
Which was exactly what he did. He said, I'm not doing anything with this day. And he could not do anything with this
It's not that he did not want to do anything with it. He could not do anything with
But
it.
here's the thing, if he could do something with it, he would have been doing something with it.
So second question, let's talk about our trips to the mountain. Oh god. Oh god. See, so Tikoko had a poll up about what like a part of a book that was like most interesting. I can't remember. And then almost everybody, I think I had like 2 or 3 comments about this point in the book, like because I need to just because she went. So let me just give you like context here. So she went to the mountain, but when she was trying, obviously she was trying to get a child and everything. Somebody told her that to go to one mountain that they were going to give her a child. Like the man was a miracle worker, obviously. So she got there. She go with the goats, or they gave her a goat there.
No, they gave her the goat.
Okay, so she got there first.
So
So
she was
she had to
supposed to
climb.
climb for 3
Putting
days.
as she was climbing.
Oh no, she pulled the
No,
goats.
she
That's
pulled
true.
the
That's
goats.
true. That's true.
So
She
she
pulled
was
the
supposed
goats.
to go with the goats. I mean, she
Yeah.
went with the goat, and then she after climbing mountains and jumping
No food,
seas
no
and
water.
everything,
Anyway,
she got to the top of the mountain, and then the man told her to kneel down, prayed for her, and they told her to start breastfeeding. No, they didn't pray. They told her to start breastfeeding the goats.
yeah.
Like this woman legit, she's educated. She went to OAU, apart from my other university, in when people were not even going to school. So she was actually like, I'll get to something, but let me shut my mouth. And then she went to OAU when OAU was OAU, but that was just a joke. That was just a joke. That was just.
They'll come
I
for
mean,
you.
they're so loud. People I know that are from that.
I'm not a mom.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yes.
When I
They'll
mean by
drag me
oh
out.
Jesus, what I mean like then that was
Everywhere they go, they must sing.
then they say like
Why?
white guys teaching and the rest of it. You understand what I mean? Like at that time as per what we're doing, as per the context of it. I'm so sorry.
They'll say it with your chest.
So oh my god, I was also that then. So basically, so a old graduate she fed the goats, and then the prophet, I don't want to use the word pastor, I'm sorry. The prophet told her, and in quotes, the prophet told her, and I'm doing this because obviously there's more to the gist. So the prophet told her that after feeding the goats and everything and praying for her on the mountain, that she was already pregnant. That even if she didn't see anybody, at that point she was already pregnant. This woman believed it to the extent that she started having symptoms of pregnancy. I can't remember I think there's a name for it. She had symptoms of pregnancy. She had the full symptoms of pregnancy for 9 months, and then she was not pregnant. Like she believed to the extent that her tummy grew, she would add morning sickness, she went to the hospital and she was arguing with doctors that no, I'm pregnant. Like I wanted to see her chest and tell her no, you're not pregnant. She's like no, she was buying, she actually even
Build the baby
built
crib
people,
and-
like she had a whole room for the baby and everything. So yeah, so that's the context. So let's talk about the trips in the mountain. If you didn't pressure the goats after climbing without food and water, how did this make you feel? I think I'm going to go start with her here because the lady she can relate more. So how did this make you feel? Does this make Akin able for knowing that? Does this make Akin able for knowing what he knew and keeping it a secret?
I would always blame Aki. Aki is the problem. So the fact that she came back and she was, developing all the symptoms, and all he could do was call her a crazy woman. Say,
That's the okay.
call her a crazy woman. Try to make her feel stupid for what she was going through at the time, knowing fully well that he's the problem.
Wait
That was a
first.
very selfish thing to do.
That's you.
And again, it's
Okay.
makes my point about the fact that
I mean,
she didn't have any prior sex education as such.
Mhm.
She didn't, like, for her to even believe him when he said not all dicks get hard. It just shows that it's possible that maybe there was a lapse in her education somewhere, somehow. Because if she could believe that not everybody needs to be raped to have sex, maybe again it was her desperation to have a child that made her believe that as long as she breastfed that goat, that nobody will touch her, then she can get pregnant. Because anybody would know that, okay, maybe not anybody, but you would, every same person would know that the egg has to be, egg has to be fertilized by the sperm for a child to be conceived. But maybe she didn't know that. So, I still blame Akisha. It's Aki's fault.
I think I will do a little bit of.
So let's not be quick to judge Aki. I know that.
Remember
I know
this
that. I know
context
that.
is a monte
I know that.
context.
I know that. You all don't like Aki, but let's not be quick to judge Aki. Now, do you remember that every time she went on the what they call that, on the quest, whatever you want to call it, she would go with Aki's mom sometimes. She would go on her own sometimes. Aki will always say, "Leave this to your day. There is no working." Did he say that he knows it?
Does that make what
No, did he say that he knows it? Listen to your husband. He said, "Leave this is not working. It's not working." And then at the end of the day, when she said she was pregnant, he didn't call her crazy. He didn't call her
He
crazy.
did.
Wait, he didn't call her crazy until he wanted to put his plan in motion. He supported her. He went and sat down with her at some point. At first, he was like, "I'm not going to do it." After a while, we sit down with her in the baby cot, in the baby alone. We spend time with her, talk to her. We ask her how the baby is doing, is the baby kicking, put his hand on her stomach. He supported. He supported
I don't even know what
He
was
supported
used to
her.
describe him.
Okay, so let's move to the next one. What do you think about the fact that Akin left Dave at the cinema to go and find the lady and toast her? I have here your ranking one. Encounter letter.
Okay.
A red flag of love at first sight.
I think it was love at first sight. Which is
And
why,
if I bash you, if I bash the both of
you
you,
see, this is what I was saying. That
I agree, Sha.
this is what I
But
was
if
saying.
anybody did that to
it was
me,
not
I
my
will hunt
relation.
you down.
I think that. So sorry. That was my from the beginning. I didn't like Akin from the beginning because of this. It was the first red flag that I spotted with Akin. Because
Our mama fall in love, you call her. If say na
if
Romeo
it
and
was
Juliet,
disrespectful,
if
it
na
was-
Romeo
it
and
was-
Juliet,
it was
now
very
na
just
so.
red flag because if
Because it's not happening inside Indian movie.
no,
or-
it's just I don't want to go there, but I'll go there because this is basically what basis of what's going on right now in our society. That people will be married, like you be married to someone and then when you now start getting like when you now want to get a
But he
divorce,
wasn't
you
married.
start going wait, I'm gonna get to it.
Okay.
Then you guys now become like enemies.
Yeah.
This is where it starts from. Like there needs to be a level of respect. You respect
You
who
respect
you are.
her. Yeah.
You respect what you are doing because see now, Biju was saying something before we started and I actually agree with him. Two people want to start dating. I don't really believe in love at first because I've not happened to me before. Both of you like each other, you date, and at some point you fall in love. That's how it actually happened.
Yeah.
So he didn't even know if they was going to become what's devil. And then the girl that he even had decided was way better than HD. He didn't know that. But he literally left the babe that he was on a date with. Like literally discarded her like she was nothing. To chase a girl that you don't even know who she was. She could have been an
I mean,
she could have been a spirit for
the
all
spirit
you
was
like,
ministry to
no,
him.
that was I think that was like that was the first thing
Do you know, a lot
This was
of
red
good marriages have come out of things like this.
I'm not talking about I don't think
See, I mean, look at Titanic for crying out loud.
That's a
We
movie.
thought that it was a.
No point.
We thought that was a good love. That's the greatest love story ever told.
If your father and your mother were out together and he left her for somebody else, will you be here?
They were not married.
okay, so try to wrap it up, but then I think one person we need to also have a conversation around is for me. What do you think about from his death and does it make Aki an evil person?
I think it makes Aki a secretive person.
Which shows that at no point was he going to tell Yejide his situation?
Because he wanted to fix it.
No, I don't think they had.
Yeah, because he had intentions.
I feel like it also comes from, it stems from just being a man generally. He had an ego. I feel like it was hard for him to admit to another woman that he has a problem being a man. Because at the end of the day, you being a man,
What man would admit he has a problem with being a man?
that's my point. You are making my point
Your
for me.
instinct is to fix it.
What?
That's what he was trying to do.
So do you think things will ever get better between Akin and his brother?
Probably not. Probably in their 60s, 70s.
Maybe on their deathbed.
Yeah, they would talk about it. But it would not change much.
Okay. Moving on. Should
Is that your
Yejide-
I feel the same actually. Yeah. Because
Is that your opinion?
So let's say I think so too. Like one of those that you fight your sibling like for a very long time and some point you realize that come fight my mouth and then just move on from that. But then
But it's not like you settle, yeah.
So you can't be close again because you're already like ready to far. But then the fact that the distance again, there's no coming back from that.
yeah.
I remember that part where he said, "You're pregnant again," and I was just like,
Like you said, my brother again.
You know, at that point, I even thought maybe Akin has been able to score a goal.
"Yeah."
I thought so too.
I-
Until they now told us how he told him that his brother to come and said, "This is dirty man."
You this dirty woman.
Dirty man.
Okay, so running it up, should you just take Akin back?
Mama, they run.
And,
Please go, my love.
I think so. I think the love was strong enough. Because she
Okay,
also loved
okay.
him. He loved her. So
That was obviously, but
there was
okay.
she didn't lack it.
I feel like she
except
should take
himself.
him back with the way the book ended. Them having a child, Rotimi,
Yeah.
that thing that she has always wanted. And you could tell that, like from the way the story went, she was actually craving him, like his presence. So she actually did love him a lot. A whole lot.
There's no disputing that.
Yeah. So if she still had those feelings and that thing that she craved for so much, the child that she thought was going to die, and that child was wanted her in her life. Like he did not say, "Oh, you wanna hold on, you rich." Blah, blah, blah.
He didn't do all that.
He didn't do all that. So I think if not for anything, because of that, she should take him back. If not for anything.
I honestly thinking of, because it's like the biggest question in the book. Because the chances that Rotimi was going to die or will still die in the future are still very high.
Yeah.
The chances are still very high. And then if they get back together and that ever happens, it will just be I don't think they should. I think because I don't even know what to say, because thinking about it, the fact that she could not move on even when she was no longer around, means that she can never move on from that shit. So maybe she just accepts that herself and Aki are like more like even friends. Like I think that she was unable to move on. So obviously whatever happened moving from that point forward, she could have just will be happy.
Yeah.
Just will be happy. Like at least just know that there's somebody, because it can get pretty lonely. Like if I'm not even like close to that age yet, and then there are days when I'm not talking about my life on camera. But yeah, I guess that we all have that moment when you just feel like you've ever felt alone, and you know how sad
And
it
then
is, you
you're
know
like,
how
I don't have
terrible
my
it
own
is.
person.
So and then she has someone that is a person. We can actually say that from our own side, Aki is a person. I can't speak for Aki, but for her, Aki is a
What
person
they call
because
those things?
soulmates. Because she was far away, she had money, everything, and she still move on to somebody else. That says it all that Aki was her person. So I think that they should accept that, and just accept that that's her life. That's like probably go stand for her and just living it.
I like that you are singing like.
No, we're not saying it like though. We
This
just
is
that
Mind
at
you,
some
their
point you need to
relationship
be.
won't be the way it was.
Funny
She's
thing that the
tolerating
relationship.
him.
That funny thing that the relationship will
Exactly.
actually probably now be very interesting.
Yeah.
That at some point, most of our, let's see from the point of view, at some point, I want, things I've read from people's this thing. You're not always in love throughout your relationship.
Yeah.
At some point, you become a really good friend. And at some point, I think we're going to have that because they had like inside jokes, they had everything going for them. They had matching plates, they had like their own routine. Like it was like a perfect love story if that part not coming. Like he knew her, she didn't know him. But he knew her
Because he never opened up.
but
to
he knew her so well. He knew he could predict her move, and I think that's why we can even say that he planned who her daughter thing because he knew where her vulnerability was. He knew every single thing about her. He knew
you when she
how
was
so.
relating.
That was your manipulating but yeah, he knew her so well that he could predict like a lot of things and the rest of it. Do you understand? So
Is that not what women want? A man that knows you. I need a man that knows me. Yeah, is that not what you used to say?
I don't want to cause up camera. I don't want to see on camera. My guy party. I'm literally going to hit you. Like, what's wrong with you? Like,
I'm just saying.
nobody wants anybody to lie
I'm
to them.
just-
Whether you're a man or a woman, do you want us to lie to you?
We're not talking about that. We're talking about knowing you.
But she lied.
He likes her.
But shall be nice for you to have a man that knows you. Like,
Thank
because you
you.
can't predict it. But then
Thank
it now depends on what he does with it because he can also use that to manipulate you, which
Yeah.
is not good. But then it will be sweet if he doesn't use it to manipulate you. But then he knows what to buy you, parents give, he knows what you want at every time. He knows
Off
what to give you.
camera, we're
alone, he
going
knows
to
what
actually talk about the fact that Akin did not use it to manipulate.
God, please. Basically, we've come to the end of this episode. Thank you very much, Amaka. The beautiful Amaka. Thank you very
I
much.
finally said it.
I already said in the beginning. Hopefully, we can have you some other time.
I love speaking.
Thank you very much. And feel free, you can join our book club. We don't bite. And everybody, like, feel free to join our book club. I think
Subscribe.
like, comment, share.
Thank you, bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, bye.